Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. On the show this morning, using the century-old game of dominoes as therapy and also the movement to have it recognized as an official sport. Also on the show, an inspiring young man who has founded a youth-focused organization that goes into schools facilitating leadership workshops. But up first, if you have ever used the internet to shop, download music, checked for news, or booked a flight, then odds are you've probably used Akamai technology services without even knowing it. Akamai built and operates the world's largest computing platform for accelerating and protecting the delivery of web content, video, and applications for their customers, who happen to be many of the world's largest brands. Akamai is headquartered right here in Cambridge, with operations around the world, and it includes a network of over 170,000 servers deployed in more than 100 countries. But unlike many tech companies, Akamai has made diversity a mission-critical goal, and executives are being held accountable for demonstrating progress throughout the year toward their strategic objective of an inclusive culture. Now, to tell us more about this business imperative, we've invited Anthony Williams. He's Vice President of Talent Acquisition and Diversity, and Marco Irizarry, Diversity Inclusion Manager for Akamai. Welcome to Urban Update, gentlemen. Thanks for coming in. Anthony, let me start with you by sort of just telling our viewers a little more, giving them a little more background about this very large and global tech company that's based right here in Cambridge, Akamai Tech.
Yes, so thank you. Yes, we're a global technology firm, of course, based here right in Cambridge. And essentially, we're one of the top companies to work for, as voted on by the Boston Globe several years in a row. And what we do for our customers is we actually speed the content, the delivery of content over the internet for our customers.
And what does that mean, I guess in layman's terms? Just making things faster, move faster?
Yeah, what we like to say is we make the internet fast, reliable, and secure. So for our customers, essentially, we manage internet traffic and make sure that the distribution of internet traffic happens in a fast manner.
And your customers are the various internet companies that move products and information back and forth through the internet?
That's correct.
Okay. Marco, just to get an idea, what does your workforce look like in terms of numbers of employees and how diverse the company is?
So Akamai has over 6,200 employees around the world. About 50% are based in the U.S. and the remainder across about 30 to 40 countries all across the world, delivering our products, developing our products, and selling our products.
Wow. Okay, that's really something. Now, Anthony, your job is to make sure that one of the company's goals, inclusion and diversity, is being met. Tell me a little bit more about how much of a business priority that is for your company.
We believe diversity is mission critical. And for us, we look at and believe that diverse perspectives and experiences bring about the best outcome and bring about the best innovation. And for us in the tech sector, innovation is key to success.
Okay. Now, Marco, you're charged with implementing many of these directives. Can you sort of share a few of the ways that Akamai has embraced employee resource groups?
Sure. So employee resource groups have always been a best practice in many industries. Tech is not the exception. And it's an opportunity for our employees globally to get together, network with each other, build relationships, and provide value back to the organization. And one of the ways that we built the initiatives is our ERGs are relatively new, probably about 2 years old. And one of the areas that we've really been pushing is that we have a open all-employee meeting every quarter, and our CEO actually introduced the ERGs to the organization as an awareness for it, and we continually communicate and build, encourage our employees to definitely be part of these ERGs.
Okay. Now, Anthony, what are some of the innovative ways that your tech company has gone to acquire and train and support a wider pool of talent?
Well, the pool for talent in the diverse pool of talent in technology is a bit thin. When you look at the numbers, globally, with the exception of a couple of specific countries, roughly about 20% of the tech graduates are women or people of color. So when you look at that particular number, the pipeline is not very strong. So what we've done, in addition to actually continuing to pursue people that have tech degrees, is we actually are developing our own tech talent. And we're looking at individuals that have a strong aptitude and interest in technology, and actually training them in technology and training them to be individuals that can contribute here at Akamai.
Okay. And Marcos, talk to me about why it's so important for Akamai technology companies to, I guess, in general, to cultivate and, in your view, such a diverse workforce.
You never know where the next great idea is going to come from. You never know when the next innovation is going to come from. If I look at myself, I came from the insurance industry. I don't have a background in technology, and it's really helping the company open the door to more opportunities for others. So it's not just diversity of race and gender, but also different backgrounds, education levels, and other areas that definitely can provide value to the organization.
Not all tech companies get it. They don't operate the same way. You were just saying how only 20% of the folks in the tech industry are women and people of color. I guess. Why do you think that is?
Just historically, diverse individuals in terms of women or people of color haven't necessarily pursued technology degrees. And so there are a number of theories out there for why that is. Typically, when you look at it, there hasn't been a lot of representation of diversity in the industry, and it hasn't necessarily fostered other people of color or women to actually pursue the field.
But how do you get people excited about it? People, women, people of color, young people. How do you get them excited to get interested in a company like yours?
We've been heavily getting involved in the community, and we feel like it's important for our brand to be recognized among diverse communities. And so there are programs like Girls Who Code and a number of other grassroots programs. They're actually targeting diverse communities as a means for introducing technology extremely early. And we're incredibly supportive of those types of programs.
Now, Akamai has publicly supported marriage equality policies, and just recently legislation that will expand protection for transgender rights. Why is it important that your company get involved in this? You're this tech company doing all this real technical stuff, but here you are getting involved in public policy.
Well, our commitment to diversity stretches outside of our corporate offices, and we feel like it's absolutely important to support really strong initiatives that actually foster diversity, and ultimately initiatives that help to support the community.
Mm-hmm. Now, you also provide data for a yearly State of the Internet report that offers insight into the latest Internet traffic trends. Do you not?
Absolutely. Considering we control about 15 to 30% of all internet traffic globally, we've got a real bird's eye view of a number of things that happen on the internet, from trends to what drives more congestion on the internet. And one of the things that is very strategic for us is we actually help to look at and monitor threats over the internet as well. So for us, based on our position and what we do, it allows us to actually be a thought leader in this space. And
I guess, Marco, what can you tell us about, in your view, the best part of being a diversity inclusion manager at Akamai?
It's really encouraging to see the top-down support for diversity at Akamai. From our CEO on down, it's a real important initiative for the organization. So I'm excited to be at an area where I can be a culture change agent and really push the organization to be inclusive and build on different avenues of finding people for the organization.
Well, what do you think other companies could take from your approach to this whole concept of diversity? For either one of you who wants to answer.
I think for me, it has to come from the top. I think there's a lot of areas where from middle management or in the employee base definitely see it and support it. But when it comes from the top, from the CEO, that this is an imperative just as important as the business results, that really gets the organization moving to the next step.
You got this picture up here right now. Those are some of the folks at your company. What does this represent here?
So this was a photo taken at a conference at the Watermark conference in Santa Clara, California, in April, and Akamai had a presence there both as a recruiting and a branding awareness to this conference. Over 4,000, mostly women who attended this conference.
Wow! So you guys are out there really making your pitch and to get those candidates.
Absolutely.
Well, you're to be congratulated for that. Well, that's all for right now. Marco Irizarry and Anthony Williams, both of Akamai Technologies, right here in Cambridge. Thanks for coming in, and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
All right, coming up, looking to make a dominoes an official sport here in Massachusetts and the country. All the details coming up right here in Urban Update.